backs up to the sled. It has 2 attempts to move the sled, as long as they do not go past the 100-foot mark. Green light, green flag. Ford fans, where are you? Three along the same hitch height. They go across the scales, weighing in. They'll draw numbers in the order that they pull in.
So, like, you're good.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
I tend to get a little excited.
Oh yeah. 87 octane right there. 251.59. Mark your calendars. The 5-county fairgrounds right here. The Appomattox, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, and Prince Edward. Your 5-county fair in 50 feet. Because I can. All right, Chevrolet fans, right now, 315.67 with the Ford. Oh, that little V6 sounds good. $286.87. I'll tell you a little bit about Dylan Wood on the street stepper. Now, once again, they're talking about the pullers. They'll set that sled one side or the other. A lot of times you'll see them out. Alrighty, Chevrolet fans, you've got a Ford at the 315. No, sir. Did y'all see the front tires buckle in? And did you hear something go pop? And then the front tires just went straight? That's where you done broke something in the... They picking up parts. 180.36. Then they said you're about 2 pounds heavier. He done took the headlight out. 251.62.
The rest of the time.
Outlaw four-wheel drive trucks, if you would, get them across the scales and in the staging area. Sheldon Stokely. All right, Ford fans, you're sitting in your number one spot at the 315. See if this old F150 can do something.
Hold on.
That thing just looks tough. Aaron Bunch on the 94 Chevrolet. They also have t-shirts for sale, so if you're looking for a t-shirt for the Appomattox Young Farmers, this shirt is for sale. The other side of 911 when you need them. Aaron Bunch. 269.77. Good enough for the number 4. Get them in line. We've got 6 here in the class. We'll go to the 12,000 hot stock. Ford fans, listen to that motor. When he cranks that thing up, Thomas has a switch in the cab. It says idle, and then it says wide open. He's going to flip it. Guaranteed. Spend the money to try to please the crowd, because they ain't doing it for the money. Now the sled is setting to that right side of the track. Might be seeing something a little bit better. Each puller has that opportunity to move that sled one way or the other. Running that right-hand side. He done found some. They're also going around selling 50-50 raffle tickets. Sport. This truck here runs a little bit smaller on the cubic inch on the motor. Coming up on the tight chain, making it ready. Green light, green flag. Sam Thomas on the Chevrolet. Right now, sitting on the upper plate spot. 299.85. $297.78. A little bit of rough on the takeoff where that RPM came up, and all of a sudden that clutch just said, hey, I want to jump in gear. Let's go. Get that thing down in granny gear and let's go. You saw all that black smoke, 224.58. That right there looked like it was coming from the clutch. Now, gotta be positive. Ford is a Ford is a Ford is a Ford. 330. Watch that leader marker. 330. He's got to get past that. William Camel on a scalded dog. I thought that thing had a good run. 27.4 on the speed. Remember, 28.3 was your leader and winner. Mile an hour faster. Wakes up a little bit, but puts Liam right now on the number 3 spot. Well, Bernard Wise on the International. First on the hook, come up on the RPMs and kind of easy with it. Got to remember, 14.5 maximum on the speed. 305.07. Started drifting a little. 14.5. You're good to go. The maximum speed. They're catching their maximum speed somewhere around that 150 to the 200-foot mark, right in this range where they're running their fastest speed. So they're kind of be hesitant on the throttle. .63, right through the middle of the track. Kept it under the speed limit. Casey Martin next on deck, then Dalton Harlow. .74. Working that throttle. They come down the track. I heard of that. Tracks are very clean. Some of these tractors you'll see out here tonight probably got a better paint job before than it did from the factory. Bring it up the RPMs, kind of rolling on, got a good smooth run. .30, good enough for the number 2 spot. About that, we're gonna go past that mark.
Big sister. Yeah.
All right, Charles.
Well, we got a beater. Nothing. Well, we got tonight.
Nice and smooth, good run. That's your new leader. Did y'all look at him going down the track? He was just smiling like he was just riding on the back morning looking at the corn. Tractor class. Kenny, duplicate it and do a little bit better. Charlie, 309.08. Saw it on his face. He knew it. 316.93, but it's a little bit over the speed limit. Alrighty, because sees he does it. Yes, he does. 310.8.
South. Brian Self, ladies and gentlemen.
Technically.
Give it up for Butch Self. Woo! up for Rocky Meadows on the Buck Eater. Let's give it up for Michael Alley on the Farmville. 4010. Give it up for Hugh. Michael Alley is first in points this year with Dragon. Let's give it up for John Nickel.
As he brings up the RPMs, you'll see that smoke, little bit colored. He brings up a little bit of fire. He's got a lot of fuel burning. Todd Tanner on the red power. Miles an hour, 337. We'll find out. He's kind of over the hump a little bit. We'll find out the track crew if they're going to do anything or anything's going to reset on the sled. Good straight run. A lot of times these tractors, they burn about 80 pounds of ice water. Up the chain. When it gets up on the RPMs, watch the lights come on. That right there is where that water injection is spraying in that motor. In the tire sale, big truck tire sales on and off road, right there in Harrisonburg, with Big L Tire Pros. And that'll be Chrissy Martin on the High Maintenance International next on deck. Chad and Desrope on the Recap This International. .63 for Chad, about 29 miles an hour. You remember the other ones were running. I reckon when you work on some of these cylinder heads, you just don't use a slide rule you get down there at Dollar General. You got to get a caliper. Chrissy Martin bringing up the RPMs. .23, 28.2 on the speed, putting her right now in your number one spot. E.L. Harlow on the Harlow Harvest. 25.56. 325.56 puts him right now in the number 2 spot. On the Boss Hog binder. Can he do it? Ladies, he'll try. .49, 32849. .45, 328.45. Memorial Day weekend right there in Wakeville, 1986. I won the super stock class. I got married, I went to Nashville, and I came back to the pool and won. I said, life is over. Yeah, it rained, that's why I won. Dustin Reynolds on the pulling teeth. .78. I believe he might have stepped that gear up a little bit, run a little bit faster, about a half a mile an hour faster, trying to get that run, but it's kind of choked him on the other end. 6,200-pound Sportsman, 4-wheel drive, 650 cubic inch motor, non-Hemi on the wedge head motors. Mike Shiplet first on the hook. He'd all have got in trouble. 31 miles an hour, and I do believe that might be the fastest so far tonight. 359 is the change. I won't say, but either a mosquito fell on me or he'd have kicked up a clod of dirt. 310.30, 310.30. And I move him up right now to the number 1 spot. 28.1 on the speed. Put him up on your number 1 spot. 2463. 2463. Let me know if anybody here is a winner. Good enough right now for the number 2 spot. Tommy Henley on the old mixed up Chevrolet out of Mannequin, Virginia. That'll move him to the number 2 spot. 318.56. .63. Jared Parlett. Gotta slip him up right about 3 feet on the number 1 spot. 32471. Won 7.41 for a young lady, Skylar Fant, on the showtime, 317. 304.93, 304.93. Out of Madison, Virginia on the Ford. New tractor in the camp. Even, 282 even. .71. Now to slip into the number one spot, 316.71. .52, spinning those tires, and all of a sudden when she got a hook, she wanted to do the seesaw ride. 283.52.
Oh my God.
Cody Watkins out of Dinwiddie, Virginia. On the tractor they call the Total Chaos on the John Deere. Right now, Steve Flint, 316.71. On the marker, we'll see what the John Deere can do. Can the John Deere do it tonight? Red on the number one spot. We'll see if the John Deere can come in here. 298.18, 298.18 for Cody. That'll put him on your number 2 spot. Out here tonight, Steve. I'm sorry, 31374, 31374 for Dylan Karp on the Dodge Ram. $18.45, and I slip him up to the number 1 spot on the Duramax. Eddie doing the double take here tonight. Double duty. Long time puller. Been pulling back in the 1970s, late 70s. $307.96. on the blue to turbo hose. what they call bonus money. On the Chevrolet GMC. .22 3-1. Yes, ma'am. 324.34. Puts him on the #1 spot. $233.70. $233.70.
This event is made possible by these sponsors. Here's a couple of videos that we think you'll like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the top left corner. Thanks for tuning in.